Okay, here's our review of The Witching season 2015. Fueled by nostalgia, this anthology of short horror films tells original tales of terror set during the Halloween season. Written by Michael Bailiff, James Morris, Stephen Bailiff, Alan Bradford, David Harris, and Kara Mann Turner. Directed by Michael Bailiff and James Morris. Before we get anything else, I want to give it
Hope
up.
you're not slaughtering that name. It's B-A-L-L.
Bailiff.
We'll find out, though, won't we?
We will.
Sorry if we messed it up.
We
I
already
hope
know
you
by
are.
now anyways, because the interview just fucking happened. Or didn't.
So you,
Before we get anything else, I want to give it up to Slasher Dave, who wrote the music, for this movie. This movie show anthology. Is this on your DVD?
Yeah.
Is it a movie?
No, I don't have it on DVD.
Oh.
They're supposed to be sending me a autographed Blu-ray.
Oh.
Haven't received that yet, by the way.
I bet Jason gives it a good review.
But no, it's I think it's set up the same way. It's season 1, episode 1 through 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going on to season 2 or not.
It definitely seems like it would be put together like
I'm sure
a
I'll
movie.
probably just ask that.
A little inside baseball. Jason is doing the interview at a separate time. We're not sitting here quiet while he does it. But yeah, the soundtrack's stellar shit. So give it up to Slasher Dave. And let's get into these segments here, because now I want to let everybody know, when you watch these, they are different times.
Yes.
Wildly different in some cases. But the first segment is called Killer on the Loose. And
Season 1, episode 1.
yeah.
Are we, before we go any further,
Yes.
are you gonna talk about one? We're all gonna talk about what we think about it, or are you gonna talk about all of them? Jason talk about all of them. I talk about all of them.
Same way we did it. We'll talk
Yeah,
about
I want to
each
go
one.
through
Okay.
through it.
It's
and
Gotcha.
gonna be quick, probably.
refresh my memory here.
Just was wondering.
Let's see, Killer on the Loose. What we have here is it appears to be a girl is running from a killer who is wearing a Jason mask from Friday the 13th, and I was thinking they're gonna have to twist this, or else it's gonna be fucking horrible.
Yeah, this one it is a little confusing. Like, I guess again, I'm probably going to ask him to explain it for me. But so I think it's a couple, like a husband and wife or whatever, that's doing a little like role playing.
Yeah, like
On
Halloween role play.
And he's dressed up in just a generic Jason mask with a machete, coming to the house to meet up with her.
Well, they say on the TV report.
Right.
Oh, this is what you were thinking.
This is what I'm thinking is the synopsis.
Oh, they say she's a escaped mental
No.
patient.
Did you watch this, Jared?
Yeah.
They lead you to believe that this girl is getting chased by Jason.
Yeah, but that's the thing I don't understand is why she is running from the Jason character.
I think she's running from police because they do announce, like Jared
Well,
said.
she looks out and she looks out the window and sees him, and then like shuts the door real fast.
Yeah,
gets down.
I think that might just be a choice to lead you in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that part was a little confusing, but
Essentially, this girl that you think is running from this killer is the killer, and the
she
guy
escaped from an insane asylum.
The guy in the Jason mask finds his girlfriend with her neck slit, and that's how this whole thing kicks off. I thought it was all right. Like I said, if they wouldn't have done a twist, it would have been like, what the fuck is this?
The first time I seen this, when I seen the hockey mask and the machete, it's like, nah, come on. But no, I see where they go. I think they were doing some role play, having a little fun on Halloween, and then somehow got mixed in.
Now,
with
in general, this whole series of shorts seems like maybe Michael came up with the idea, because it says he's the creator. So I assume he came up with the idea and got his friends together. It was like, here, you do a short, you do a short. But his featured short is very evident which one it is. But it's not the next one, I don't believe. It's the second episode is called Princess.
Oh, you don't care what I think.
Oh, Jared, what did you think? about the first?
Well, I did.
You got to jump on those. You got to jump in.
I
can't
see
jump in.
him with his mouth hanging open again.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to jump in.
I can wait till the end.
No,
and
go.
over
Let's
it.
go ahead.
Well, what did you think about the first segment?
I
And
actually,
do you think my synopsis is
yeah
wrong? Because
Yeah.
I mean, what other? They find
if she just escaped
they find her.
if she just escaped a mental institution, I doubt it's like a husband and wife role.
No. There's two women. The blonde they showed has been dead on the bed.
Yeah,
She's the lady.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you're saying the dead one on the bed's the lady?
the dead one on the bed is his wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but when that made sense to me, I was like, well, so then why is the one that the murderer?
I gotcha.
Why is she running from?
I didn't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought you meant like he was chasing the girl running, like they were a couple.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I actually like this one. I pretty much that beginning part. Jason's right; it doesn't make sense, and it's something that's really easy for me just to be like, "That's what makes it work." I'm gonna go with it. It's no, I think I've said it before. Not being a huge anthology fan, shorts a lot of times feel overdone. The twist at the end was nice. If you get, just skip past the beginning, take it, be like, this is what's happening. I liked this one. So this was actually, I think, my second favorite.
All right. Well, the second episode is called Princess. I did not like this one at all. The idea is there's a stuffed rabbit that it's real creepy looking, admittedly. This little girl finds in the basement of her house, brings it up, starts hanging out with it all the time, and then it's a killer stuffed rabbit thing. My problems with it is that I think I could do this, but there's no puppetry or any elements. It is what it is, man. Watch it for yourself and judge it for yourself. What did you guys think about this little segment here?
This one falls into what my problems with anthologies tend to be, and the first one, like I said, just barely made it out of that. There's nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Stuffed animals, little girl, she gets in a fight. It's all of them, and I will say before I go any further, I think all of them are shot and put together and acted really well. So they're all, but it just is what it is. It's 15 minutes. Little girl finds stuffed animals in a new house in a basement. She keeps the rabbit. Rabbit tries to kill the mom. Girl kills the rabbit, and at the end a stuffed animal pops up after she thinks they're safe and is probably going to kill them. There's just
make the eyes red or something.
There's just having grown up reading like old EC comics and the short story horror anthology stuff that I did, especially being big on like Tales from the Crypt. In anthology stuff, if there's nothing new, a lot of times I get bored, and that's my complaint on this one. If you did not spend a lot of time reading and watching Tales from the Crypt, old EC comics, if that is a kind of new thing for you, I think all of these would apply well to you.
Yeah, this one,
but there's just nothing to it other than what it is.
Well, this one specifically, there's not much to this. There's all the way across the board, really. There's not much dialogue. But this one specifically, there's not a whole lot going on. I don't know. I can't say I didn't like it. It was just
is what it is.
It's almost like it was filler, kind of so they end up the little girl ends up chopping the bunny up, but then the bear pops up at the end. It's just like a fun little Halloween short.
It's like rehashed tropes.
It's not the highlight episode of this.
Yeah, if you've watched Puppet Master or Dolls or
there's nothing bad in it.
Yes. But there's nothing that jumps out at all.
Yeah, right. It could have been awesome though if they would have had like some puppetry elements or the mouth moving, make it look evil.
All it really showed was the shadow moving.
I'm guessing that there's not a kind of budget for that stuff.
No, probably not. But
I
can find you a guy.
Imagine this is ultra low.
Which is the one why I say like watching.
Which, by the way, did you watch that? Did you listen to that?
What?
Justin Seaman interview. about the budget?
Oh, oh,
You haven't even listened to it?
No.
Oh
doesn't
well, we
listen to
touched
this
on
show.
that. Anyway, let's go. Let's get on to episode 3.
Episode
Cut
3.
me off before I was finishing.
Well, I don't
want
want to get it. Oh, what? First, what?
I was
You still talking about 2?
talking about this. Overall, I was going to say this is low budget, and
Sure.
I don't think it feels low budget.
No.
I think it's shot well.
The acting's good.
and acted well for like low budget. I think everything is done incredibly well. But it falls to the rehashed tropes of what an anthology is.
The first time I watched this on Amazon, that was the very first thing I noticed is how well it was shot. Like even going back to the first episode where she's running through the woods from the character, everything's shot really well.
Yeah.
On to episode 3, Not Alone. This was one of my favorite ones. It's really short. It's one of the shorter ones, but it gets right to the point. I'm not normally a big alien guy, but I've never seen anyone do shadow aliens before, and that's what this is. A dude just in his apartment. Shit starts rumbling. There's weird shit that happens. He sees a shadow, hits his coat rack, ends up getting consumed by
How
this-
many times? Like, have you guys had that? Like,
Oh,
how many?
yeah. Oh,
Like
plenty.
growing up or whatever, where you see something, like you see something in your room, and you know it's freaky and it should not be there. You do a little investigation and you find out it's just
Yeah.
a coat on top of the chair or something. Like that's happened to me several times growing up.
Yeah, I just thought it was directly to the point, and the animation on the shadows was really cool. I liked this a lot. You guys?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much the same as the other ones. Most of these felt a little less to me like a short and more like a piece of a scene. Like the first one, you're watching a slasher movie. It feels like that point in the slasher movie where the killer is finding the girl or the twist comes in. The second one, it feels like the point where the shit actually unravels in a Dolls movie. This one feels like the first scene
Yeah, there's
in
not
a
really
movie.
there's not really a story
Yeah,
to it.
about
It's-
alien invasion. There's no, I mean, it's so again, like the other ones, shot really well, looks really good, everything's done effectively, and it just a scene I've seen in a bunch of other movies, and probably for what the budget they had, done really well.
Yeah, the cool thing is they do connect all these stories in one way or another. Like the radio that's on whenever this episode starts is referencing the first thing, and
All this stuff seems to take place right around the same time on the same night.
yeah, it's definitely in the same world. Did you have any other thoughts on this, Jason?
No, this was a favorite one of my favorite ones. Like I said, because I've had that happen to me several times growing up, where something was there, something I thought was there, but ended up being something else. Whatever that was supposed to be, alien or whatever. I thought it looks really good. I like the way it moved. I'm guessing that was CG. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
like a
shadow.
yeah.
But it looked well.
Yeah.
It was well done. And again, for the budget they were working with, they did a great job with it.
Yeah, the fourth episode here. This is the club banger right here. This is the one
Reason
that
to watch.
He's hanging and actually it's going to be made into a feature.
I was gonna say.
I stepped on his line.
Well, no, they had mentioned that to me, but it seemed like I remember them saying
Don't mention it.
don't say
It
anything.
was on IMDb. That was
Okay, so if it's already out there, then yes.
on IMDb it says that this
Yes.
is going to be made into a feature and
They are
released in 2000 next year.
well,
2000.
they're getting ready to start shooting real soon, next couple weeks.
And I actually, before I knew that, I said I would really love to see a feature made involving the blind clown. Just the blind clown. That's a fucked up. That's a new twist.
I think all the characters in it was pretty good.
Yeah, there is a lot. The Scarecrow's great.
This one does have a little bit of a story. This one does have, and
It's,
again, it's the longest one, I believe. So
Yeah, it's about a half hour.
we'll go ahead, Frank.
Well, this is the dude, right? This is Michael
James.
plays the writer.
James.
James.
Yeah, James. Yeah.
It's about a writer that goes to this.
Think.
Is it a house where a killing happened? So basically, the idea behind this segment is that this writer goes to a house where a murder happened, and he wants inspiration for his next book. So,
I think he's writing a screenplay.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it starts out with exterior every time he writes. So
I thought that. I thought it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Good catch, Jared.
nailed it.
This is a really good segment. You can tell there's a lot of love in this segment. They took the time to do everything properly. I mean, everything's it's really well taken care of. I think he might have even been referencing whoever wrote this, whichever one of the fellas wrote this, seemed to be maybe putting a lot of his own trials and tribulations into this little piece, because it was basically about having a writer's block. And I can assume, maybe he was making this segment and he's like, well, maybe I should make a blind clown piece. Maybe I should. Maybe this
and the bear, the mask, the
Knife to meet you.
Oh yeah.
That line got me.
Yeah, no, I thought the bear looked cool too.
Yeah, all the stuff. And what ends up happening is basically he becomes possessed by this. Explain me what
He tells a story at the beginning of what happened in this house, which is a guy and his wife. And
Booth House.
Yes, and he's trying to write and pretty much kills his wife and then himself. And he goes to this house to write because if there's any place he's going to get the inspiration to write something truly horrifying, it's here. Through it, you see him trying to write stuff. There's a bunch of minis in there that again are like
he's going down a list
that are like the first two. The first one is like he's going down a list of what they're going to be about. And the first one is like, okay, exterior girl running through the woods, and then he has this list of horror monsters. And so like he starts on masked killer and then kind of runs a scene of a masked killer chasing a girl through the tent till he kills her. Gets mad, throws it away. Back to him writing, you see like the ghost of a girl kind of in the background. And then he moves on to Scary Clown. And again, it's a scary clown chasing a girl through a carnival, kind of shows him writing and then shows the scene, and he gets mad. And then throws that one away, and then moves on to Scarecrow, and then you get a little scene.
I love scarecrows. I wish they almost would have stuck with that one.
You get a little scene of a girl running through a cornfield.
It was a good one too.
And then the scarecrow comes to life. And the minis are like what the other things are in the rest of the movie. It's just like the known trope scene of a movie of that genre. Then more stuff starts happening in the house. You see the girl. He ends up finding the girl, the one that is in his head while he's writing. Spooky stuff happens. He ends up finding her dead body. After he finds her dead body, through the whole show, they've been kind of dropping little hints.
And that happened after he wrote interior Booth House.
Yeah,
where he was at. So,
but then you see him with a bloody knife, and he goes upstairs. You find out this. They talk. It starts in the beginning. They say it a couple times through it that some people commit heinous acts and die terribly, and they're stuck in this cycle that they must repeat it over and over until they find resolve. Some never do. You find out that the legend he's talking about is him. That's what this one is about.
Yeah, they don't even have to watch it now. They got it.
Well, that's what you told me to do.
Yeah, no, it's a good job. Like this one actually had a story to it, and.
Yeah. And they do a good job. They do a good job pulling it off. This one's obviously everybody's favorite. All the scenes and all the other ones, what all the other ones are, I watched thinking I would like to watch a movie from these guys.
Yeah, I wish it was like the scare. I wish it was do a Scarecrow movie.
This is the one. This is the one short that even though I don't find the most original.
This was by the way. This is about a half an hour.
Yeah, this is about a half hour. I don't find it the most original. You actually get to see what it would be like if they were making a movie. It's good.
And again, there's very little dialogue. And upon my second viewing of this, James, who plays the main character, there's little dialogue. He does a lot of acting with his eyes. And I got to looking at it, and like he would be really good at like some slapstick horror, like.
They do some
Bruce Campbell style where he can gotta just go over the top and be just does crazy looks and stuff like that.
Weren't they doing what was the segment where they were on a TV and they were doing like a cooking?
Yeah, they do lots of.
They would do a really good slapstick movie.
Yeah, you see him pop in and out a lot.
There is one final segment after this one. It's a really short one. It's called "Is That You?" and basically, it's Halloween.
Trick or treat.
There's a girl who can't go trick or treating. Is that what it is? Something's wrong with her. She's hurt or something.
I think she had a cast on.
Yeah. And she sees somebody standing across the street, thinks it's one of her friends, text messages them, and then ends up being attacked by this creature or whatever it was. A witch, maybe? Is that what it was? What did it look like to you guys? It looked really good when they showed it finally.
A thing.
Yeah.
A monster.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's what a monster looks like.
That's what a monster looks like. I thought this was fun. It reminded me,
very short.
It reminded me of something you would see on Crypt TV. Like it was that quality, and it was like a fun-sized Snickers of a little horror thing. Any other thoughts on this?
Yeah. Other than, it's the same as all the other ones. Other than they live inside us. I mean, it's the snippet of a movie that you kind of know, and they might have done that. I don't know. They might have stuck to really tried and true tropes so they could shoot 10-minute shorts, because if you do something that everyone knows what you're doing and you know it in and out, then you don't have to explain
You
it.
don't need a big story.
So you can, all of these are ones you can jump in and you already know the whole story.
Yeah, they're just
Because you've seen it
little
before.
fun little shorts.
And that's what other than They Live Inside Us, They Live Inside Us is a bit more.
Yeah. Overall, if I'm scoring this as a film, I will give it a solid 6. But I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just say keep making these. If you're gonna make it a show, make it a regular show. Hopefully, it's on Amazon for a long time. I thought it was solid entertainment.
Okay. Yeah. I would definitely like to see season 2. I don't need a whole lot of dialogue, a whole lot of story to these. It's just something fun. I get, again, just like with some other movies, I'll probably watch this around Halloween all the time. It has a great intro to each episode. I love the sound, the way it looks. It has
Halloween decorations.
Yeah, it has the nostalgic Halloween decorations. I give it a 7. Definitely looking forward to seeing a feature length from them. The soundtrack was good. I don't know if he did the entire bit, which I'll probably ask that question as well. Slasher Dave,
I think so.
the music was good throughout. It shot well. It's put together well. 7.
Yeah, I'm with Jason. Although doing any more of these for what these are, I wouldn't be interested in watching again. But like I said, it's just that Tales from the Crypt thing. I've done that. That was growing up. I've had my fill. There's not.
What about Black Mirror? You don't like that? That's similar.
Yeah, but that gets into more Twilight Zone, and they're doing other stuff. This is very tread over ground. Other than They Live Inside Us, everything in here is really tread over. Which, like I said, I mean, I'm not. This may have just been them doing stuff for the first time to be like, what can we do and can we make it look good? And they did. I mean, I would be very interested in seeing these guys do more half-hour original ideas, or definitely would be interested in watching a feature film. Another season of this where it's just like the common tropes and scenes from a movie. I've watched them do it. They're really good. I don't know that I would need to see
maybe not see as much of them. Like if they're honestly trying to make seasons and not, because I think if you probably put these together, you're probably around 90 minutes.
If they did a season of stuff like They Live Inside Us, I would watch it.
Yeah.
If I seen a season of 10-minute ones that were stuff that I'd identified right off the bat, I probably wouldn't. But not because of the quality.
I think you would probably watch it again, but there may not be any as much replay value.
I probably won't watch any of these again other than They Live Inside Us.
You tried to milk that one out of him, didn't you?
Yeah, it's
no, I'm saying season 2. You would watch season 2.
If I turned it on and it started with tried and true tropes, and I saw they were only 10 minutes long, I probably wouldn't. because
I got time. I'll watch them.
I'll watch it.
yeah, it's really nothing against them. It's just something I've seen. I spent a lot of time reading Tales
Well, yeah,
from the
and
Crypt
you're
and
not
EC
that
Comics
big of a fan of anthology
and
anyway.
anthologies to begin with.
Anthologies is one of my favorite, especially Halloween anthologies.
And normally my problem with anthologies is they just play over tropes. If they did 10-minute stuff of stuff I've never seen, I would watch it in a heartbeat.
well, you'd have to watch season 2
But
to know.
but I would if something like that wasn't, if I noticed something like that wasn't coming, I wouldn't. So and again, it's not. I give it a 7. They Live Inside Us was really the only one I watched and enjoyed, like really enjoyed. But I was really impressed with the quality and how good they are at what they do.
So the 7 on technicality. What was your enjoyment score?
We're gonna have to have a separate fucking.
Since you always have 2
On
scores.
They Live Inside Us, it's a 7.
Okay,
I'm scoring it off that.
you're
'cause
scoring the overall 7.
I'm scoring pretty much off that.
What'd you give it, Frank?
I gave it a. I said I gave it a 6 if I'm judging it as a film, but
Yeah.
but I don't really want to do that. I just
Well, you
wanna-
should do that.
Okay, as a film, it's a 6. That's our show, guys.
Yeah.
Anything else at the end?